What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Is Nefarious here, and I am here with another video for you. Your favorite series, Here We Go, the Pittsburgh Steelers series in the Premier Madden League. You can see I got my Premier Madden gear, so you know what time it is. Let's dive right into it, and let's see what we're doing today. So right off the bat, we got something new that we haven't seen before. We got the Tandem Breakout Offense. This is very interesting. Your star's recent performance has inspired a teammate. So let's see what this entails. I've never seen this before. This must be new to Madden. Haven't dealt with any other franchises, so this is my first time ever. Juju Smith-Schuster took our last game over and couldn't be stopped. Are you ready to see me go off like that today? So do we challenge or do we praise Deontay Johnson? Do we challenge him or do we praise him? I don't know. Let's go ahead and challenge him. Let's challenge him. Don't ask me, show me. When opponents are watching film of our offense, make them terrified of how they're going to defend you both. I guess it's time to put on a show then. You could call my number and you won't regret it. I'm ready to have a huge day. So this is very interesting. So it looks like I have a dev story. I like it. The more guys we have making plays, the more it boosts the confidence of the entire offense and helps everyone contribute. So follow the leader. Juju Smith-Schuster has earned 2,500 XP for inspiring a teammate. That's big for Juju. And then get Deontay Johnson 150 receiving yards against the Raiders. So he wasn't gonna be in our game plan as much. We're gonna keep trying to get Juju some love after a great game, but Deontay Johnson wants some love too. So can we get Deontay Johnson involved and get him 150 yards? Touchdown multiplier, bonus goal touchdowns with wide receiver Deontay Johnson will give him bonus rewards if his goal is completed. So if we get a touchdown with him, he'll get bonus rewards on top of that if his goal is the 150 yards are completed. So this is really cool. I haven't seen this before. I haven't followed any franchises yet for Madden 22. This is my first experience with it, so it's pretty cool. It's interesting to see exactly what happens with that. But let's jump into the regional scouting. Then we'll go scout the Raiders and we'll do other stuff. But I'll pick it back up in a second. So we're in regional focus scouting. I could choose the region I want, or I can have a staff member make the decision for me. So just for the series, I'm going to go ahead and choose my regional scouting focus just because it's better for the series. So let's see what we want to deal with. We are on the East Coast, the Northeast. Do we stay with the Northeast? Do we go Southeast? Do we look for a specific name? I don't know if the prospects have been updated from college. It doesn't look like it yet. But once it is, we'll have a better idea of who's where. So I gotta pick a region that I want to deal with, and I'm gonna look at the strengths and weaknesses. We do need offensive line, so I'm gonna look at our scouts. I think that's our scout strength and weakness. So it's Jessica Pang, position tight end, 10% efficiency boost when scouting tight ends. Then we got Edwin Green, 2% efficiency boost when scouting middle linebackers. Then we got Stephen Crosby, 2% when scouting a left end or right end. So defensive end. And then we got middle linebackers again, 2% efficiency. And then we got 5% efficiency when scouting right guard or center. Now we do need tackles, but we could go for a right guard or a center. So we might stick with this. But then at the bottom it says weaknesses: center, left guard, left defensive end. I don't know if that's the scout, like the prospects that are generated already, or that's the scout. I think that might be the prospects that are generated already. So we're gonna go with the Southeast. We're gonna go with the Southeast. Scout and focus. We're gonna go with right guard. Scout and focus. So right guard, scout and focus there. Oh, so we could actually do everyone or just do one. So we're gonna go with Southeast. So right now it shows everybody in the Southeast. This is not the draft class that we're going to be using. We're going to have one uploaded by the commissioner, and that's the draft class we're going to use. So we won't really dive into this. But we're doing the Southeast, and we're looking for offensive line. Right now, we're focusing on right guard, but we're definitely looking for offensive line as a whole. Maybe somebody we draft at right guard, we can move to the tackle spot because they're interchangeable, as long as they got the height and the parameters that you're looking for when it comes to offensive line. But enough with the scouting. Let's go into the other scouting where we're going ahead and looking at the Raiders. So now we're here taking a look at the Raiders, and they're a basic Raiders team. We're the second week into a fresh franchise that had week 1 roster, so there's no trades, no crazy pickups. You know, it's Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs. Who's the backup? You got Kenyon Drake. Who's the backup? Wide receivers, you got Henry Ruggs, who we have to worry about. He's got Brian Edwards starting for him. I know he personally is trying to be as realistic as possible with the Raiders, so Brian Edwards is the starter for the Raiders in real life, so he wants to go ahead and have Brian Edwards a starter in this franchise. He's got Darren Waller, obviously, we got to look at. I think that's going to be the key for us on offense. That's going to be the player spotlight on offense, the guy we want to make sure that doesn't hurt us. So 2 things with the offense, basically with the game plan for the defense. 1, don't let Darren Waller, we're going to use him. But 2 is we're going to make sure that we play 2 high safety. We're not going to let him beat us with Henry Ruggs, or try not to let him beat us with Henry Ruggs, because Henry Ruggs obviously is a burner, and you don't want him being on the backside of your safeties, because he's going to be gone in for a touchdown. So Henry Ruggs is definitely don't want to let him get loose over the top. But Darren Waller is the guy we're probably going to shadow with a user. Now, taking a look at the defense, I don't know if there's anybody we want to avoid. I know they don't have a great defense. There's nobody we really need to double team on the defensive line. And it doesn't look like there's anybody. He's got a 66. He's got an 86. I know he has a low overall cornerback playing the slot corner. So he was talking about that earlier on the breakfast show. But he's got a 60 something. Let's go over the slot corner. So he's got Arnett Jr. starting at slot corner, but he said he had Nate Hobbs as the slot corner. So if he does, we'll keep an eye on that. We definitely want to take advantage of Nate Hobbs. And also, we could try to take advantage of running to the left side, because that right outside linebacker, even though he's got a lot of speed, doesn't look like he'll be able to block shed or, come up and make a play in the run game. So running to his side might be the best bet. Taking a look at the right end too as well, we got Celine Farrell. He doesn't have great block shed, so I think we'll be able to successfully run against this team. I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue. Nobody on this team has crazy block shed, basically throughout the line. And then also the linebackers at the second level aren't the greatest. You got a run stuffing linebacker right here, but he's on the slower side, so maybe we can get some separation there. But yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit easier offensively than it was against the Bills. The Bills have a stronger defense, but there's no taking any team lightly in PML. But let's jump over the XFactors, see what they have for any superstars or XFactors. So the only XFactor they have is Darren Waller, who we want to look at. Tight end apprentice, so he could be hot routed into any route he wants. Crossers is something I used a lot with George Kittle when I had the 49ers. Short and elite, and then he has Yakum up. So he's pretty much like a version of George Kittle, but for the Raiders. So definitely want to watch him on offense, and watch over top and make sure that Henry Ruggs just doesn't burn us over the top. So now let's take a look and see how this is going to affect our practice and our game plan. Alright, so we're here in the weekly strategy. We got a game plan set up by the computer, defend the outside run, and it's got Jalen Richard as the guy we're looking for, but that's not going to be the case. I know we talked about shadowing Darren Waller and not letting him get over the top. I think we're going to focus on defending the inside run, so Josh Jacobs cannot get some yards on his own while we're focusing on those 2 players. Josh Jacobs isn't really able to get those yards on his own, and he's not able to sustain drives, kind of like Matt Breida did when we played the Bills. So that's going to be our defensive game plan, and the intensity is honestly, this is interesting because obviously something bad could happen. We're going to go with half pads, but all starters. Last time we lost, so we're not going to give the starters a day off. Maybe if we won, we would have gave the starters a day off, but we lost and our defense didn't look great. So we're going to go half pads, and we're going to use all the starters in every position. We're not even going to put any backups in. So let's just use all the starters. Let's see if we could get this defense straight. So now we're here on the offensive side. We got a game plan for KJ Wright. It says blocker, blitz awareness, double moves versus off coverage. So offensive game plan focus, pick a game plan to counter your opponent. So it's a blitz counter. I took forever just to get to the blitz counter. So we got a blitz counter game plan. It's saying right now that he blitzes. He doesn't blitz much. It says it looks like 40%. I mean, I guess that is. It's almost half. So maybe he does blitz a lot more. But I think that might just be a weak thing. For that week, he wanted to blitz a lot because he was playing Lamar Jackson. So maybe he was just blitzing because he didn't want Lamar Jackson to get out of the pocket as much or have as much time to throw. I don't think we're going to see that as much. Maybe we will because he's trying to stop Najee Harris. But let's focus on running inside. I want to run inside. I want Najee Harris to get some touches. I want him to be able to, start building some momentum after being out week 1. As far as the practice, we are not going full pads. The offense was pretty good, so we're going to go split on each one. The offensive line is going to stay starters because they need work. Tight end is going to be a split. Wide receivers, so we're going to split. We had a good showing from them. We're going to just go with the starters for the fullback. Halfback, we're going to go split. And then for the quarterback, we're actually going to go backups because Big Ben is not progressing anyway, and we want to make sure we keep Big Ben healthy as healthy as possible. So we're going to go half pads, and that's how we're going to attack this practice. So let's see what the results are. Before we get into the results, I actually forgot we get to pick 3 focus players. So 3 focus players that get extra XP throughout. We're going to definitely put Najee Harris in there. As far as other players, I haven't really thought about it. I forgot all about this with this new system. Let's get Chase Claypool in there. We want him to develop, and we'll leave Pat Fairmouth for this week, and we'll switch it up every week. But this is going to be it. Actually, you know what? For getting player spotlight, we are going to put Juju, and let's go ahead and add in the safety, Terrell Edmonds. So that's kind of going to be the reward. They're going to get content points and be able to get some extra XP for being a focus player after being, the players, gold star players or the player spotlight from the week before. So we got one guy that we want, Najee Harris, to develop, and then we got 2 guys that actually earned some extra XP from the way they played. So let's go ahead and start this practice as I accidentally go into free practice. Let's start this training and see what it comes about. All right, so the training's all done. As you can see, the backups were in for the quarterbacks. Even Ben Roethlisberger got some love. He got a little bit of XP. Mason Rudolph, everybody got some XP. Najee Harris, no injuries so far. So far, so good. Let's see if we made it through on the offensive side. So offensive side is safe. Nobody got injured, which is great. We did lose some fatigue for some players. It looks like Fairmouth is the one that got it the most. He had -8, so he lost a lot of fatigue. On the other side, on the defense, so far so good. All the starters played in half pads. So taking a look here, -2 fatigue there, but no injuries. We're not seeing any injuries, which is key. We got no injuries. We made it through practice without any issues, any hiccups. So we'll be able to have a full squad besides the guys that are already on the injury report. We'll be able to have the full squad able to play in this game. So let's go ahead and jump over to the returning player from injury. So the returning player is Najee Harris. As we know, he was out week 1 because of the practice injury. So it's good to have him back. He's definitely going to be heavily involved in the game plan. Hopefully he could stay healthy for us. So without further ado, let's jump into the game plan against the Raiders. All right, so we're taking on the Las Vegas Raiders and Deloitte TV. So let's see if we can get the win. Big Ben, what kind of throw was that? Ben, where are you leading him? Oh, man. Wow. Wow, that's an easy first down. Big 3 for him, but that fourth down conversion, I don't know how he missed that. I read man, I had the right read. I must have let him upfield without knowing it or something, because that's an easy conversion. Looks like a cover 3, maybe even a cover 1. Eric Ebron getting into the action. Get in there. Bang, there we go. You got me. Good play call. No, jump, please jump. Oh, you shitting me. Oh, no. We got one back. He did the same exact thing. I did. Same exact thing. Thought he was gonna run it for a second. There you go. Get those feet in. Let's go. That's huge. That is huge. No. He gets the ball right back. Let's go. Get in there. That away. Get in there. No. Derek Carr with the infinite break sack. Oh my. Get in there, Najee. Nobody's catching you, Najee. Nobody. That a boy. Huge run. Yo, what the oh my god. That's twice. Yo, Derek Carr is on fire right now. Yeah, they don't stop him. Fuck. Derek Carr, man. Oh, Derek Carr. So we're 0-2. This game, I think we had a good shot to win. But Derek Carr, man. Derek freaking Carr was clutch with those broken sacks that led to big completions. That he was real clutch in those situations. Real clutch. As you see Big Ben looking back. Disappointing loss. I felt like we could definitely won that game. But when they needed plays, Derek Carr stood on his feet and made the plays. I think out of all those plays, there was one missed call. That was a man coverage on 3rd and long that Henry Ruggs completed. That's probably the one play on that where it wasn't really Derek Carr. It was more my fault. But let me take a look at the stats. We'll pick a player of the game on offense and defense for our side. and then we'll jump into the Come On Neff play of the game. Not the play of the game, the Come On Neff play of the game. So let's jump over to the stats. In just one moment, I'll get you the player of the game on offense and defense. So here we are on the offense, and I was gonna go with Najee Harris. It could have went to him easily. He had 150 yards rushing on 12 carries and a touchdown, but you can't beat somebody that had 98 yards and 2 touchdowns, and they didn't even play the full game. I think when he got injured, he was out for the rest of the game. No, actually, he came back. I'm lying. He did come back, but he ended up going out. But he had 2 big catches that led to touchdowns. So I'm going to give the player of the game over to Eric Ebron on the offensive side. Now let's take a look at the defensive side and see who's the player of the game there. Alright, so we had a little bit better of a performance on defense. So we still gave up a lot of points, but we also had a couple turnovers, and we had some plays being made. The player of the game on defense is going to be Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah was all over the field, had a tackle for loss, had 9 total tackles, he had an interception. I mean, he was doing his part on the defense. He also had a pass deflection on. It also could have went to T.J. Watt, who had 3 tackles for loss, so he was on his game as well. But it's gonna go to Minkah Fitzpatrick, so he's gonna get the player focus and training. So is Eric Ebron, and then content points are gonna go to both of them. So those are our player of the games. Now let's go look at the Come On Neff play of the game. All right, so here we are with the Come On Neff play of the game. So in this situation, it's 7-3. We are in the second quarter. They just got the ball back. The offense is moving, but we're playing pretty good defense. We need a big stop here to get our offense back on the field so they don't extend the lead any further. So he's going to run a little play action, drop back. He's going to toss a jump ball up for Darren Waller. And as you can see, it looks like we're well in position to defend this, kind of like the one from last game with Cole Beasley. So we're in position to defend this. We got a safety there that's waiting. So we user switch to him. It was actually Joe Hayden that was waiting there. We user switch to him. We get in front of him, but we never go up to play the ball. No swat, no jump for an interception, and he basically gets an easy touchdown out of this as he takes it to the house. Darren Waller takes it to the house after what seemed to be a easy interception or incompletion. So that's the Come On Neff play of the game. Definitely got to do better in those situations. Either swat the ball or time it better so we go up and make that play. So that's a Come On Neff play of the game. Let's wrap this up and let's go see if we got any XP, and let's go see what happened with our tandem story. So here's the results of our staff goals. We wanted 450 yards on offense. We ended up getting half of that, a little over half. I didn't see exactly what Big Ben finished with, but we ended up getting 2 staff points for that, and then we had to pass for over 275 yards. So apparently we were under that because we got 1 point. So we were just over 200 probably. So we got 1 point out of that. The game plan goal of 350 yard passing, we didn't get. The scenario goal of 150 yards for Johnson, we did not get as well. And don't allow a rush TD. We ended up allowing a rush TD, I think, at the end. That's the last one. That's the only rush TD was the one at the end. So we ended up losing that just at the end of the game. So unfortunately, tough loss. But you know, we got a couple guys we're gonna get some attributes for, Devin Bush and James White. Nothing too crazy here. We're gonna just upgrade the stuff we're looking for, the physical that fits the scheme. And then on Devin Bush, we're gonna do the same thing, just try to fit the scheme. So failed general is gonna go up. It looks like we're losing morale already because of the 2 losses, but hopefully we could bounce back next week when we take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So we're gonna go to the tandem breakout right now. And I was ready to go heading into this week, but things just didn't go my way once the game started. I needed to do better than that. So he's not getting his dev. Don't lose any sleep over it. You'll have plenty of opportunities to step up. Use this as a motivation for when that time comes again. So he didn't get it, unfortunately. But you know, it is what it is. We'd rather get the win than the dev. But next week we'll have to do something different. Definitely got to go into the depth chart because there was a few situations where I had Cameron Hayward in the wrong position, but he actually might be injured. Let's just check the injury report just to make sure he's not injured. So taking a look to it, it looks like we're all set. So he'll be back next week, so it's nothing major, thankfully. So we'll have Cameron Hayward back when we take on the Bengals. But that's going to do it for us today. Everybody enjoy your day, and I will see you next time.